name is Eva, and I want to talk about addictions a little bit more into detail. I will make a series of videos about addictions, and today I want to address the addiction of self-sabotage, which is not very visible to the eye, but many people are struggling with it. And I did the same thing to myself, now learning to allow the life that wants to come through me to come through me, to allow myself to have a pleasant experience of life, not to shut myself down because of fear. Um, Basically, self-sabotage comes from our really low or non-existent self-worth. It comes from feelings of we're not good enough, and feelings of deep grief and shame about ourselves, and maybe even on a deeper level, we're not supposed to be here. So that's a belief that maybe in our mother's womb something happened where you just didn't want to exist here, or you have the belief that you're not supposed to be here, therefore you're not allowed to have a good life, and actually you're not supposed to have a life at all. So self-sabotage can come from all of these reasons. I'm sure there are more than that, but let's say these ones I found. And sabotaging ourselves can show up in various ways. Definitely, the main thing that's happening is you'll come up with an idea, or you would like to do something that will make you happy, or you like to meet someone, or you want to go to a trip, or whatever else. And because we have this programmed mind of self-sabotage that I will address later, where did this come from as well, because this is the source of the pain of self-sabotage as well. We basically suppress our own life that wants to come through us. We suppress our own needs and desires, things that will make us feel happy and alive and expanded. So it's like a program that we carry due to inner feelings, first of all, that we didn't address yet. And second of all, let's say if you were growing up with a narcissistic parent or narcissistic anyone that was keeping you down, that wanted to suppress your aliveness and playfulness and your joy. Yeah, basically you really need to go and check people who you were living with in the first few years of your life. How did they treat you? Did they support you in who you are, in what you want to do and how you want to be in the world? Or did they put a condition on it and suppress things? And even later on, yeah, let's say it can happen, you are, I don't know, 20 years old, and you decided to go on a trip to Brazil, and you then tell this to your parents, and they say, hell no, you're not going anywhere, it's too dangerous, and you are not, you're not strong enough to do this kind of trip on your own, or I don't know what kind of thing. So there can be things and things that inspire you, but then either other people with their programmed mind and unresolved issues will shut you down. And not just that, we then copy this program, obviously, from our parents or people that we grew up with. So we have it installed in our brain, in our mind. And that keeps on suppressing us. Even we can be away from this kind of people, this program is still running until you have an awareness enough to see for what it is, to not give it power anymore, and to address your shitty emotions. I'm talking about these shitty emotions all the time, but it's so true. If we want to expand and truly live our lives from our spirit, we really need to address that. It's really important. Yeah, so these, I already told you the answer of what to do if you want to stop self-sabotaging. First, check people around you. Are they supporting you in who you are or in who you are becoming, or things you want to do that inspire you, the life that runs through you, that wants to be expressed through you? Do they inspire you to do that? Do they help you, support you in that? Or are they very negative and they want to keep you down and they want to keep you suppressed because they suppress themselves, therefore they don't want you to feel any better. And it's a real pity because we affect each other like that, and we keep each other down. So society really keeps the mediocrity and this level of existence in its place through our programmed minds. And really, when we can see this very often, when someone pops out and uh, becomes something else of divine, let's say, or some new idea came through that is very unusual, or they are strong in their spirit and they speak their truth and they are expressing themselves, is like we can be threatened by that. So quickly we can find people that will, no, 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 that's too much for me, and they will start to suppress this kind of person down. And we really need to be aware of this, because for us to ascend and to create something beautiful, a new earth, or we are not supposed to do that anymore. We need to grow up and wake up, so that we don't keep each other down, but rather we support each other, we inspire each other, we create like a brotherhood and sisterhood of men that enjoy their divinity and beauty and are happy to kick ass and bring some divine truths through. And I think it's really important. So that would be one thing I would suggest you to do. First, check people around you. Are they supportive, inspiring? Do they bring you up, or do they keep you down, negative? You cannot do that. You cannot do that. That's one thing. So then you choose more wisely your friends and your people you're surrounded yourself with. And secondly, address your emotional world within that keeps you in this kind of I would say toxic dynamic where you allowed yourself to be suppressed. Because once you deal with that, you will not manifest this kind of people around you anymore. You will stay in your truth and in your power, and you will stop self-sabotaging. And it doesn't happen like the night and there's the day, like a switch. It's a process that you go through, and you learn the new way of existence for you, where you then allow for the goodness of life to exist for you, to run through you, where you allow then that you follow the ideas, that you find money to do things you wanted to do, that you keep yourself with good people around, that you really start to embody the spirit, the life that was given to you, and how it was designed for you to live it. Yeah, so that's enough about self-sabotage. Next time I'll talk about other ways of escapism. So subscribe and see you soon. Bye bye.